hey, geniuses who are celebrating this whole injunction thing, I hate to break it to you, but it's not going to work out for you the way you think it is. I guess you're already forgetting what happened just a couple months ago. Remember how a few months ago there was that MAGA farmer who was crying because he was about to lose his farm? And the reason he was going to lose his farm is because he had spent a bunch of money based on the fact that he was granted a bunch of subsidies thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act, or the IRA, which, yes, in fact, was signed into law by Biden. Because I guess MAGA farmers need to rely on welfare and can't actually pull themselves up by their own bootstraps. In fact, he wasn't the only MAGA guy going through this sort of thing. But remember how after a couple of weeks of pretending to be open-minded and willing to learn the error of his ways, he flipped again and started going after everyone who received aid from the government, despite the fact that that includes him. And then it turned out it was because his funds got unfrozen. So once he got his, he didn't care about anyone else anymore. Classic you guys, by the way. Riddle me this. Why do you think his funds got unfrozen? A guy who was about to lose his farm, lose everything. How do you think he sued the federal government? In fact, 30,000 farmers found themselves being denied funds that they had been promised thanks to the IRA. But all of a sudden, those funds got unfrozen. Now, why do you think that is? Do you think that every single one of those 30,000 farmers sued the federal government and won immediately? Is that what you think happened? No. 5 farmers sued. 5. And they were granted an injunction, a nationwide injunction that applied to the rest of the 30,000 farmers. Once again, relying on someone else to fix your problems. Here's the thing. Thanks to the removal of these nationwide injunctions, next time that farmer who's crying about his funds getting frozen, yeah, he's gonna keep crying. Because I don't know how a guy who's about to lose his farm, about to lose everything, according to him, is going to afford a big fancy lawyer to go sue the federal government. And in fact, even if he can, now he's in line with 30,000 other farmers trying to get a court date. And again, this didn't just happen to the farmers. This happened to a lot of small businesses across the nation who were provided injunctive relief when someone else sued. Red states are the biggest recipients of federal funds and the hardest hit when the Trump administration started just freezing everything. Which also means you were the biggest beneficiaries of the nationwide injunctions that were being issued just a couple of months ago. But sure, go ahead and celebrate the fact that when someone says, "Don't tread on me" to the federal government, they can still tread on everyone else. And don't forget that you're everyone else.